Hello grade 3, how are you? Today inshallah we are going to continue chapter 6, lessons from 56 to 60. Let's start with lesson 56, the connect part. The librarian kept track of how many books were borrowed from the library during the month of September. The chart below shows the data she collected. Here we have table consists of two columns, okay? The first column about grade level, we have grade 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. The second column, books borrowed. 435, 308, 288, 201, and the last one, 247. Here, Amir estimate was grade 3 and 5, nearest to 600 books. Okay? Here we wanted to know what? We wanted to know what grade levels do you estimate read about 600 books. We wanted to know the number of books for which two grades, okay, that nearest to 600. Let's start. Amir's estimation is not correct because grade 3 and 5, let's find the sum of them, okay? 288 plus 247. Ones with ones, tens with tens, and hundreds with hundreds. 8 plus 7 equals what? Big in my mind and small in my finger. 8 plus 7 equals 15. 5 and carry up 1. 1 plus 8, 9. 9 plus 4, 13. 3 and carry up 1. Hundreds with hundreds. 1 plus 2, 3. 3 plus 2, 5. So the sum of grade 3 and 5 equals 535. It's not near to 600. It's not near to 600. But the correct estimation will be primary 2 and primary 3. Why? Let's find the sum of them. 308 from the table up. Primary 2 has 308 books. Primary 3 also has 282 books from the table up. Okay, let's find the sum. 308 plus 288. Ones with ones. 8 plus 8 equals 16. 6 and carry up 1. Tens with tens. 1 plus 0, 1. Plus 8, 9. The last one, hundreds with hundreds. 3 plus 2 equals 5. So the sum here, 596 books. So it's near to 600. It's near to 600. The next page here, the apply part. We have also table, okay? He asked me solve the following problems using a strategy that works well for you. Okay, here we have also another table consists of two columns. The first column about the grade 1, 2, 3, and 4, and the second column number of students. Primary 1 has 272, primary 2 has 356, primary 3 has 529, and primary 4 has 487 students. We have questions here. Number 1, how many students are primary 1 and primary 4 all together? All together, we take before. All together means plus or minus. All together, yes, plus. It means plus. So we will take the number of students in primary 1 and primary 4. Primary 1 has 272 and primary 4 has 487. Let's start to get the sum here. Ones with ones, tens with tens, and hundreds with hundreds. Ones with ones, 2 plus 7 equals 7 in my mind to my fingers. After 7, 8, 9. Tens with tens, 7 plus 8 equals 15. 5 and carry up 1. Don't forget the carry up. 1 plus 2, 3 plus 4, 7. So the sum here equals 759 students. Okay? Number 2. How many students are in primary 3 and primary 4 all together also? We must make what? Addition or subtraction operation? All together, addition operation. Okay? So, let's take the number of students in primary 3 and primary 4. In primary 3 we have, look at the table. In primary 3 we have 529. Okay? And in primary 4 in the table we have 487. Let's start to get the answer. 9 plus 7, 16. 6 and carry up 1. Don't forget the carry up. 1 plus 2, 3 plus 8. Tens with tens. 11. 1 and carry up 1. Also 1 plus 5, 6 plus 4, 10. Okay, so here we have 1016 students. The last one, Farid says there are more students in primary 1 and 3 than there are in primary 2 and primary 4. Do you agree or disagree? Prove your answer. Okay, let's find the sum of students in primary 1 and primary 3 and also get the sum of or the number of students in primary 2 and primary 4 and compare between them to know which is more. Primary 1 and primary 3. Let's take the number of primary 1 from the table up to 172. Okay? And primary 3 also from the table 529. Their sum equals 801. Okay? And let's calculate or let's find the sum of primary 2 and primary 4 together. Primary 2 from the table has 356. Primary 4, 487. Their sum equals 843. So, which is bigger here? 801 or 843? It's clear. 843 is bigger than 801. So, primary 2 and primary 4 are more than primary 1 and primary 3. So, I disagree with him. Here we have another table. The following table shows the length of the world's longest rivers. Okay, look at the table here. We have two columns. The first column about river and the second column about the length. Okay, Nile about 6,650 kilometers. Amazon about 6,400. Mississippi about 3,775. Euphrates about 2,800. We have some questions. Let's solve it together. Number 1, if you laid the Mississippi and the Amazon out in one straight line, about how many kilometers would it cover? What shall we do here? We wanted to know the length of Mississippi and the Amazon. All the length. What shall we do? We must make addition or subtraction operation. To get the all distance or the all length here, you must make addition operation. So, take the length of Mississippi from the table up 3,775 plus 6,400. Let's get their sum. Ones with ones, 5 plus 0, 5. Tens with tens, 7 plus 0, 7. Hundreds with hundreds, 7 plus 4, 11. 1 and carry up 1. And don't forget the carry up. 1 plus 3, 4. 4 plus 6, 10. So the number of kilometers here equals 10,175. Number 2, if you were to paddle the entire length of the Euphrates and the Nile, about how many kilometers would you paddle? What shall we do? Like number 1, we want to get the all distance of them, or the all length of them. What shall we do? Make plus. Take their length from the table up. Okay? 2,800 plus 6,650. Ones with ones, 0 plus 0, 0. Tens with tens, 0 plus 5, 5. Hundreds with hundreds, 8 plus 6, 14. 4 and carry up 1. 1 plus 2, 3 plus 6, 9. So the number of kilometers here equals 9,450 kilometers. Number 3. If you were to build a path along the entire length of the Mississippi and the Euphrates, about how long would the path be? Also, like the previous example, the all length of them, make plus. Take their length from the table up, Mississippi and Euphrates, like this, and get their sum. Will be 6,575. The last one as challenge. Use the world rivers chart to determine about how many kilometers you would travel if you decided to raft the length of all 4 rivers. All 4 rivers. We want the number of kilometers of all 4 rivers. So we will make plus to all the rivers up, to all 4 rivers, okay? So the result will be 19,625. Let's start with lesson 57, the apply part. Solve each subtraction problem using any strategy you choose. Then write an addition problem to check your answer. The first one is an example. Okay, first, I will ask you a question. When I say 5 minus 2, 5 minus 2 equals what? Equals 3. So, to check your answer, you should make 2 plus 3 equals 5. So the result is correct. Okay? We will use the same way to check our answer here. Example 1. 572 minus 350. You should know the first number in the subtraction operation is called the minuend. The minuend, okay? And the second number, it's called subtrahend. Subtrahend. And the result, it's called difference. Difference. Okay? Like the multiplication operation, factor times factor equals product. Like division operation, dividend, divisor, quotient. Okay? And so on. So, we have another way by number line. You should draw a number line and write the biggest number or the many ones in the last of the number line and go back 350. Go back 350. 300 I can split it to be 100, 100, 100. So I make minus 100, minus 100, minus 100. Don't forget 50. So in the last, make minus 50 to get 222. Another way, place value picture. Okay? To express the hundreds, you should draw big squares. Okay? And to represent or to make the tens, you should make sticks. And ones, you should make small squares or dots. So 572, 5 in 100. So we have 5 big squares. 7 in tens. So we have 7 sticks. 2 in ones. So we have 2 dots. We wanted to cancel 352. 300, it means cancel 3 big squares like the picture. 5 in tens, cancel 5 stacks. 0, I don't cancel anything in the dots. Okay, so the remainder of big squares is 2 and the remainder of the stacks is 2 and we have 2 dots as it is. So the result 222. 222. To check your answer, you should make the difference plus the subtrahend. Again, you should make the difference plus the subtrahend. So, make 222 plus 350 equals what? You can solve it by ones with ones and so on, or by another strategy, make hundreds plus hundreds and ones, tens plus ones, tens. Okay? 200 plus 300 equals 500, 22 plus 50 equals 72. Collect it together, so the result will be 572 like the many one. So the answer is correct. Let's solve number 1. 780 minus 450. First, the number line. Make the number line and put the many one in the last. And we have 450. 400 here, you can split it to be 100, 100, 100, 100. So, go back for 104 times. 780 minus 100 equals 680. Minus 100 equals 580. Minus 100 equals 480. The last one minus 100 equals 380. Don't forget 50. So make minus 50 equals 330. So the difference here equals 330. Also, you can use the place value picture. Okay, 780, let's make it 700. It means 7 big squares. 8 in tens or 80, it means 8 sticks. 0 in ones, so I don't make anything in the ones. We wanted to cancel 450. 400, it means cancel 4 big squares. 50 or 5 in tens, it means cancel 5 sticks. 0, the ones here is absent, so put 0, and I don't write or I don't draw anything in the ones. Here the remainder of big squares equals 3, and the remainder of sticks also 3. So the result will be 330. To check your answer, you should, in the other side, you should make the difference plus the subtrahend. Okay? So 330 plus 450. You can solve it ones with ones, tens with tens, hundreds with hundreds. Let's split it. 300 plus 400 equals 700. 30 plus 50 equals 80. So the result will be 780. So the result is correct. Let's solve number 2 by the same way. 925 minus 610. The number line 925 and 600 here, you can split it to be 200, 200, 200. So go back 200, so will be 725. 725 minus 200, 525 minus 200, 325. Don't forget 610. I make 600, don't forget minus 10. Minus 10 equals 315. So the result 300, or the difference, equals 315. Let's make it by place value picture. 925. 900, it means 9 big squares. 20, it means 2 sticks. 5, it means 5 dots. Okay? We wanted to cancel 610. 600 cancel 6 big squares. And 10, it means cancel 1 stick. 0 in ones, I don't cancel anything in the ones part. Okay, the remainder of the big squares, we have 3 and 1 stick and the dots as it is. So the difference equals 315. To check your answer in the other side, make the difference plus the subtrahend. 315 plus 610, when you get 925, the difference is correct. Your answer is correct. By the same way, 300 plus 600 equals 900. 15 plus 10 equals 25. Make plus together. So the result 925. In the next page, let's complete our problems. Number 3, 2000 550 minus 1225. Here you can solve it by your strategy, okay? You choose anything as you like. Here I make the number line, okay? Here I will write the first or the minuend in the last of the number line, and I will go back. I wanted to make minus 1225. Here I will make minus 1000 to get 1550. I finish the 1000 home. We have 200, make minus 200 equals 1350 minus 25, we get 1325. To check your answer, make plus. And thousands with thousands equals 1000 plus 1000 equals 2000. Hundreds with hundreds, 300 plus 200 equals 500. 25 plus 25 equals 50. So make plus to all results. The answer will be 2550. So the difference is correct. You can complete the solving here alone and check your answers by the same way. Our challenge here, number 1, pick one of the problems or choose one of the problems from above and write a story problem using those numbers. From the previous page, you can choose any two numbers as you like and write a story problem by using them. Here, Aya has 3,000 pounds. She gave 1,500 pounds to her friend Mona. How many pounds remaining with Aya? Okay, number 2, choose the largest difference from above and subtract the smallest difference about or from the previous page. From the previous page, choose the biggest difference and the smallest difference. So, the biggest difference in the previous page equals 2,233. Subtract minus. The smallest difference was 222. Make minus between or subtraction between them. Ones with ones. 3 minus 2, 1. 3 minus 2, 1. 2 minus 2, 0. And 2 as it is. So the answer or the difference equals 2011. The next page, let's start lesson 58 with the connect part. Mr. Mahmoud raises chickens. In the past 2 years, his chickens have laid 5,350 eggs. Last year, his chickens laid 2,120 eggs. How many eggs did his chickens lay 2 years ago? We have two ways. Like down. Circle the equation that represents how you might solve. Would you choose addition or subtraction? Okay, here Mr. Mahmoud raises chickens in 2 years. In the first year, the chickens laid 2,120. And in the second year, it's laid also another number of eggs. but we don't know this number. And the total of both equals 5,350. We wanted to get the number of eggs in the second year. You have two ways. You can solve it by addition operation and get the missing number here. Or you can solve it by subtraction operation to get the difference. And the two ways we will get the same answer by using them. Okay? And also, to solve the missing addition, you should convert it to p subtraction. So the suitable way, this way, subtraction operation. Let's start with the apply part. Here we have some story problems. You should understand it to solve. Example, Mr. Mahmoud also raises sheep. One day he took 235 sheep out to graze on a hill. Later, his neighbor brought his sheep to the hillside to graze. Now there are 680 sheep on the hill. How many sheep did the neighbor bring to the hillside? Here we have two numbers. 235 is the number of sheep to Mr. Mahmoud, and 680 is the total of both sheep to Mr. Mahmoud and his neighbor. What shall we do to get the number of sheep to the neighbor? What shall we do? When I say 2 plus what equals 5? 2 plus what equals 5? To get the missing number here, you should make subtraction. 5 minus 2 equals 3. So, the missing number here is 3. Here, we will use the same way. I have the total and the number of sheep to Mr. Mahmoud. We wanted to know the number of sheep to the neighbor. So, the equation should be 235 plus the number of sheep to the neighbor equals 680. To get this missing number, you should convert this addition operation to be subtraction operation, like this. But don't forget to put the biggest number first. So 680 minus 235. What shall we do to solve? Ones with ones, tens with tens, and hundreds with hundreds. 0 minus 5. Can you take 5 from 0? No, I can't. So, what shall we do? Regrouping. So, I will go to the next door, 8. Can you give me 1? Yes. So, 8 will be 7 and 0 will be 10. Here I can solve. 10 minus 5 equals ones with ones equals 5. 7 minus 3 equals, yes, 4. 6 minus 2 equals 4. So the number of sheep to the neighbor equals 445 sheep. Practice. Number 1. The library can hold 2,475 books, but 525 books are out on loan and 137 books are missing. How many books are there in the library right now? Here we want to know the number of books in the library now. after the missing box. After the missing box. So, you should know very important thing. When we have three numbers in the story problem, you should make two steps to solve. Okay? So, here we have missing and out box. You should calculate the number of them. So, the total number of boxes are out and missing. Total, it means plus. So, we will take the number of books are out and missing. Out 525 plus 137 is missing. Okay, to calculate the total number missing of books. So ones with ones, 5 plus 7 equals 12. 2 and carry up 1. Or regroup 1. 1, don't forget the carry up. 1 plus 2. 3 plus 3. 6. 5 plus 1. Also 6. So the total number of books are out and missing 662 books. Here we wanted to calculate or to find the number of books in the library now after the missing books. What shall we do? The number of books in the library now, you should make subtraction. Subtraction, the total of all books minus the missing books to get the number of books in the library now. So, 2,475 minus 662, ones with ones, 5 minus 2, can you take 2 from 5? Yes, equals 3. 7 minus 6, can you take 6 from 7? Yes, equals 1. 4 minus 6, hundreds with hundreds. Can you take 6 from 4? No, I can't. What shall we do here? Regrouping. Yes. So, I will go to the next door. Can you give me 1? Yes. 2 will give 4, 1. So, 4 will be 14 and 2 will be 1. 14 minus 6. Count from 6 to 14. How many fingers? 8. 1 minus nothing, it means 1 minus 0 equals 1. So the result 1,813 books. Number 2. 3 boxes filled with books were just delivered to the library. If each box is filled with 215 books, how many books were delivered? Here we have 3 boxes. Each box has 215 books. What shall we do to get the total number of books in the 3 boxes? The total it means what? To get the total number, plus or minus? Yes, plus. So to get the total, make 215 plus 215 plus 215. Solve ones with ones. 5 plus 5 plus 5 equals 15. 5 and carry up 1. Or regrouping 1. 1 plus 1, 2. 2 plus 1, 3 plus 1, 4. And the last, hundreds with hundreds, 2 plus 2 plus 2, 6. So the total number of books in the three boxes equals 645. 645 books. Number 3. The librarian takes some of the new books out of the boxes. Now there are only 510 books in the boxes. How many books did the librarian take out of the boxes? This story is related to the previous story, number 2. In number 2, we get the total number of books equals 645, and the librarian take out or take away some of books, and the remainder of books in the boxes 510. How many books did the librarian take out of the boxes? What shall we do? Take out, take away. It's a keyword of what? Plus or minus? The librarian take out, take away some books from the boxes, and the remainder 510. We wanted to know the number of the take away or the take out books of the boxes. Plus or minus? Take away. Yes, subtraction operation. But don't forget to put the biggest number first. Here we have 645 and 510. So the number of books out of the boxes, 645 minus 510. Ones with ones, 5 minus 0 equals 5. 4 minus 1, can you take 1 from 4? Yes, equals 3. 6 minus 5, 1. So the result, 135 books. Let's move to the next page. Number 4. Amir's family is saving to buy a new TV. The TV costs £4,590 on sale. They have saved £2,410. It's so far. How much more money do they need before they can buy the TV? They have 2,410, but the price of TV £4,590. It's so far. Okay, how much more money they need to can buy the TV? What shall we do? How much more? How much more? It's expressing about subtraction or addition. They need how much money to can buy the TV? Subtraction operation. So they will need, don't forget to put the biggest number first. 4,590 minus 2,410. Ones with ones. 0 minus 0, 0. 9 minus 1. Can you take 1 from 9? Yes, 8. 5 minus 4, 1. 4 minus 2, 2. So they need 2,180 to can buy the TV. Number 5. Omar just moved to the city. He found an apartment to rent for £3,340 per month. Electricity and gas will and gas will cost him £692 per month. How much money will it cost him each month to live? Here we want to calculate the total cost. The total cost of apartment, the rent, electricity and gas. We wanted to calculate the total price or the total cost of the rent, electricity and gas. What shall we do to get the total number? Addition or subtraction? Yes, addition. The total, it means plus. So 3,340 plus 692. Ones with ones. 0 plus 2. Yes, 2. 4 plus 9. 9 in my mind, 4 in my fingers. After 9. Yes, 13. 3 and regrouping 1 or carry up 1. 1 plus 3. 4 plus 6. Yes, 10. 0 and carry up 1. 1 plus 3 equals 4. So the total money equals, or the total cost equals, £4,032. The last one, number 6. If Omar had £5,000 to spend each month, how much money does he have left after he pays for rent, electricity and gas? Okay, this story is related to the previous story, number 5. In number 5, we calculate the total money of rent, electricity and gas equals 4,032. He had £5,000. How much money does he have left? We want to calculate the left money, the remainder money with him. The left or left, it's a key word for which operation? For which operation? Subtraction or addition? To calculate the remainder money, the left money. Plus or minus? Yes, minus. But don't forget to put the biggest number first. So the left money, 5,000 minus 4,032. Make draft to be clear more. Let's solve ones with ones. 0 minus 2. Can you take 2 from 0? No, I can't. No, I can't. What shall we do? I will go to the next door. The next door here is also 0. Can you give me 1, 0? No, I can't. So we will go to 5. 5 will be 4, and the 2 zeros in the middle will be 9, and the first 0 will be 10. 10 minus 2. Can you take 2 from 10? Yes, 8. 9 minus 3. 6. 9 minus 0. 9. And the last one, 4 minus 4 is 0 and 0 in the last, or 0 in the last, it's a nothing, okay? No meaning of it. So the result will be 9. 168 pounds. Our math journal here. Reflect on your learning about addition and subtraction strategies and adding and subtracting large numbers. Here we have this example like a puzzle, okay? We have numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We wanted to make or to get the greatest number here from these digits and the smallest number here. The greatest number here is 54,321, and the smallest number here 12,345. Here you can choose to make addition or subtraction operation. I choose addition operation and a strategy of it. To solve and to make plus to them or to these numbers, I make this. I take each digit by its value alone. 50,000 plus 10,000 equals 60,000. 4,000 plus 2,000 equals 6,000. Hundreds with hundreds, tens with tens, ones with ones. Let's collect all of these results. So the answer will be 66,666. Now let's study together. This part is called measuring capacity. The capacity is the total amount of liquid a container can hold. Like this picture, we want to measure this liquid. Volume is the measurement of how much liquid a container can hold. So, the capacity is the total amount of liquid. Here in this container, we wanted to measure this total amount of liquid. This liquid, we wanted to measure this liquid. Okay? And the capacity has a units or has units. Okay? Like the units of measuring the length. We take it before. Example, meter, centimeter, millimeter. Okay, we use meter to measure the middle length and centimeter the small length, but millimeter the very, very small length. Okay, like the units of measuring the weight, like kilograms and grams. Here, let's study together the units of measuring capacity. We have two units, okay? Liter and milliliter. Liter and milliliter. Liter is a simple L, and milliliter is a simple ml. We use liter to measure a large amount. A large amount. For example, a carton of milk, a bottle of oil, bucket of water. Okay? But the milliliter, we use it to measure the small amount, like the glass of milk, the cup of tea, syringe. Here we wanted to know the relation between liter and milliliter. Okay, 1 liter equals 1,000 milliliter. For example, 2 liters equals 2,000 milliliter. 3 liters equals 3,000 milliliter. Now with measuring capacity tool, okay? It's called graduated cylinder. Just like a ruler, in each line on it represents 1 milliliter. Look at this picture here, it's called graduated cylinder, okay? And each line or each dash inside it represents 1 milliliter. We use it to get the capacity. We use it to get the volume of liquid or the capacity, okay? For example, here, write the capacity of each of the following. Here we have a container and it has a liquid. We wanted to know the volume of this liquid or the capacity of this liquid. Here, this liquid, the end of this liquid, in which number? The end of this liquid in which number? Yes, in 1000 milliliter. Milliliter, we wanted to know the difference between milliliter and millimeter. Milliliter, it's a unit for measuring capacity, okay? But millimeter, it's a unit for measuring the length, okay? The second one, here, the capacity here equals what? 250 milliliter. Yes. The last one equals the end of the liquid here in this container or in this cylinder, 2000 milliliter. Let's start with the apply part of lesson 59. Here we have some pictures and we wanted to know the suitable unit to measure each one. It's a liter or milliliter. Picture number 1, petrol in a car. We will use what? Liter or milliliter? It's a large amount or small amount? The car has a large container, so it's a large amount. The petrol, it's a large amount, so we will use liters. Number 2, soda in a can. Small amount or big amount? Yes, it's a small amount, so we will use milliliters. Milliliters. Number 3, spoonful of medicine. It's a small amount or large amount? Yes, it's a small amount, so we will take milliliters. Number 4, dishwashing soap. It's a large amount or small amount? It's clear. It's a small amount, so we will put it in milliliters column. Number 5, water in a bottle. Small or big amount? Yes, it's a small amount, so we will use milliliters. Shampoo in a bottle. It's a large or big or small amount? Big or small amount? Yes, it's small, so we will use milliliters. Juice in a juice box. Juice in a juice box. Small amount or big amount? Yes, it's a small amount in milliliters. The last one, water in the bathtub. It's a large or small amount? Yes, it's a large amount, so we will use liters to measure it. Let's start lesson 60 with the connect part. Here we have a picture. It's called graduated cylinder. Okay, here we have a table. Let's read what I notice. Each line of the graduated cylinder represents 1 milliliter. Each line or each dash of it represents 1 milliliter. The numbers listed are escape counting by tens. okay, like 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, and so on, the multiples of 10. And there are 80 milliliters of liquid. The volume of the liquid here in this cylinder equals 80 milliliters. The second column, what it reminds me of? It looks like a ruler, but it measures the liquids. We use it to measure any liquid. What I wonder, does milliliter use to measure anything? Does milliliter use to measure anything? No, because we use it to measure the small amount, but the liter to measure the big amount. The next page here with the apply part. We have a table and consists of 3 columns. The first column, container, the second, the picture, the third, the volume. Here I will give you some examples to get its volume. Pepsi bottle, or the bottle of Pepsi, its volume what? Liter or milliliter? And the suitable number here and the unit here is what? 1 liter or 2 liter or 3 liter, okay? Cup of tea, liter or milliliter? It's a small amount, so we will use milliliter. Its volume here 70 milliliter. Milk bottle, by liter or milliliter? By liter or milliliter? Yes, liter. It's 3 liter. 3 liter. Syringe. It's a small amount or big amount? Syringe. It's a small amount or big amount? Yes, it's a small amount. So its volume maybe 5 milliliter or 3 milliliter. The last one, feeding bottle. Its volume 200 milliliter, okay? The suitable number or unit 200 milliliter. Let's continue our examples. Spoonful of medicine. Its volume about what? The first, its unit, liter or milliliter? Yes, milliliter. So its volume about 4 milliliter or 3. Swimming pool. Its unit, liter or milliliter? Yes, liter. So its volume about 50 liter. Cup of orange juice. Small amount or big amount? Yes, a small amount. So we will use milliliters. Its volume about 80 milliliters. Pepsi can. Small or big amount? Yes, it's a small amount. So the unit is milliliter. 300 milliliter, 350 milliliter. The next page, our math journal. Reflect on your learning about volume. Imagine we're going to teach a primary two friends everything you know about volume. First, I will tell him some important points about volume. The first is the meaning of volume. Volume is the measurement of how much a container can hold. The units for measuring volume are liter and milliliter. Liter for the big amount or the large container, but milliliter, we use it to measure the small amount or the small container. The small container. Number 3, the relation between the liter and the milliliter. 1 liter equals 1000 milliliter. These points, it's very important. Thank you for listening.